I'm excited to welcome on with top player in 2021 and one of the first commits to 2021 Stanford's recruiting class, Jzaniya Harriel. What's going on today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty good. Well, let's just start this off. I mean, you obviously commit to Stanford. Take us this decision. Why was Stanford the school you chose?
Stanford definitely has the best of both worlds. And when I say that, I mean academically and athletically. And I just felt like it was the best place for me. When I took my visit, everyone was very welcoming and kind. The team had a real sisterhood going, and it was just something that I definitely wanted to be a part of.
And so you're going to be part of the Pac-12, which is probably the best overall conference, top to bottom, in all college basketball. How excited will you be a part of that?
I'm very excited, and it definitely motivates me to want to work harder and do better because I know I'm going to be competing against some of the top girls in the world. So, definitely motivates me and makes me excited.
And so you're going to be staying home in California. How appealing was that to you to be able to stay close to home and stay in California?
Um, I definitely wanted to stay close to home and in California. I didn't mind if I found the right fit somewhere else, but I'm super happy that I get to stay close to home because I'm a very family oriented
I
person.
believe that you said growing up, Stanford was your kind of your dream school. That was a team you always rooted for growing up. What's it like to kind of make that a reality now and go to the school you've always dreamed of and always watched play?
It makes me feel really good, but it also makes me like hungrier because it lets me know, I set these goals, I'm able to achieve them if I just work hard.
And for you going to Stanford now, you're going to be joined by a couple other girls to commit there. It's have one of the best recruiting classes in 2021. How excited we'll get together and play together eventually?
Super excited. We talk all the time. We have weekly Zoom meetings and we all keep in touch. And I'm super excited to play with Kiki, Brooke, and Elena. She's from Greece, and I'm just super excited to be their teammate.
Without a doubt. And 2020 also has a couple top girls as well. Do you know any of them?
Yes, I know Cameron, Agnes, Jana, and I'm super excited to play with all of them as well.
And when you look at the Pac-12, it is one of the top conferences that we just said. I'm sure you know a lot of girls from club just playing around in California. Are there any girls that you're super excited to go up against when you get out there?
Honestly, not just particularly in the Pac-12, just everyone at that level is going to be competitive and hardworking. So I'm just ready to compete, honestly.
For sure. And this wasn't the ideal summer, obviously. I mean, going through the commitment process without taking many visits, no AAU for the most part. What was it like going through that?
It was definitely a little stressful, but I already kind of had the schools that I wanted
Hmm.
offering me. So, I was fortunate enough to have that going on. But I know for others it might not have been that easy. But I definitely do miss playing, and I really wish I would have got my last AAU season. But I'm still excited that I got to commit to my dream school, so it was pretty good for me.
And for you, I do believe that you were able to go on a visit to Stanford before. What was that visit like?
Um, it was it was everything I thought it would be and a little more. They were very welcoming from the beginning, and when they were showing me around, like there was nothing. I couldn't find anything wrong with the school. I like to make pros and cons lists when I decide on a big decision, and there was really no cons for Stanford. I found everything I was looking for, and it was just the perfect fit for me.
What other schools were in the mix? Was there like another school or two that we were like kind of with right to up until the end?
Um, Definitely, Rutgers and Michigan were big for me. I really like both of those schools, uh, and USC. Those and ASU, they were all pretty big for me. But Stanford just they won me over completely.
That's awesome. And talk about coach. I mean, to be able to play for her, how excited and how's your relationship really grown with her over the past few months?
I'm super excited to play for her. She's a legend, honestly, and all the coaches on the coaching staff. I've built great relationships with each and every one of them, and I'm just super excited to be a part of that team.
I can imagine your ultimate goal is to play in the women's NBA, and Stanford's produced a lot of girls that go to the next level. How excited are you to kind of develop and grow into possibly becoming another great Stanford player?
Um, Super excited and motivated. I have a lot of people who were at Stanford before me, and they made that journey, like you just said. And it's kind of like they paved the way so that it's easier for people like me to get there. So super excited.
And for Stanford fans, what's the player that you can kind of play like? Who's the player they can kind of expect from you when you get out there?
Right now, they said kind of like Kiana. She's going to be a senior next year. And I do find similarities in our game. And, but we all have our unique and individual styles as well.
So you have been committed for a little bit now, but how far before you made your announcement did you know Stanford was a school you're going to be going to?
Um, I'd say a month I knew, like, officially that I was going to be going there. Um, it was just a matter of the acceptance process, getting accepted by admissions first.
And that is something that's different. I mean, going to a school like Stanford, going to school like Harvard or whatnot, they do actually have the academic aspect that's a priority as well. And 4.75 GPA, how have you been able to maintain and really put out that kind of grades level while still being an active basketball player?
Being very disciplined, it helps a lot. I make sacrifices. Like I don't go to parties. I don't do certain things. I stay focused and I just prioritize properly.
And I mean, just to have a 4.0 is pretty good, but to have a 4.75, and you obviously go through the AP classes, you go through all that. What really was the mindset for you? Why did you want to take not only just do great, but to go above that?
I like to be challenged, and I felt like in regular classes I wasn't as challenged as I needed to be. So that was a big motivation, and I love to learn. And that also played a part in why I chose Stanford. They have really great academics, and learning and just being a better version of myself all the way around is big for me.
When the ball does stop bouncing, that's going to come at some point down your career. What do you want to do after basketball? I mean, what's kind of the career path that you really want to do?
I would definitely want to go into law. I hope to be a judge. When I go to Stanford, I'm going to major in political science, and then from there probably go to law school as well.
So is your dream then to kind of get that after you're done playing, or do you kind of want to try doing both at the same time? How do you kind of plan to do that?
I plan on trying to do both at the same time. I know that, after 4 years, I can go to the WNBA. So if that were to present itself as an opportunity for me, I definitely would pursue that because of my love for the game, and then maybe get into law afterwards. But I definitely want to still go to school while I'm playing.
That's awesome. And let's talk about your high school career. You've been at Antelope the whole time. You've won a lot, 2,000 career points. I mean, the list goes on with achievements. Just take us through your career so far now as you're 3 years in.
So far, it's just been a matter of me wanting to compete. I don't look to, get all these accolades and get all these wonderful stats. I've had great teammates, and we just look to compete. And if I happen to get those achievements along the way, then that's what it is. But I don't go looking for them. I just do whatever the team needs me to do to win. And in big moments, I step up and I do what I have to do.
That's awesome. And I mean, last year, sectional champs, we know COVID kind of got a mess with a lot of different stuff in all states, but you headed out of your senior season. What's your ultimate goal? What would you say would make your senior season successful by the time you walk away from it?
Definitely winning state. That's been the goal all 4 years now. So hopefully getting that state championship it would make my high school career I'll be satisfied.
And if you start back at your freshman year, you look at everything you have achieved to this point, would you ever have said that you could have seen this happening?
Definitely. My parents, they've always told me to envision what you want to do. Probably not the individual goals because they were never the goal to begin with, but just being successful, because they always tell me if you're going to do something, do it 100%. So that's what I've been doing.
Off a year where you're averaging 26 a game, a double-double with almost 11 rebounds a game, 4 assists. What's the next level for you? What do you think you're capable of averaging next season?
I honestly don't know. I don't put out a goal like that. Like I said, I just go out and compete, and I do what the team needs me to do to win. So.
Absolutely. And I mean, when you talk about getting 2,000 points, that's something that not many people have ever done this period. But to do that only in your junior season is a huge accomplishment. That night when you 2,000 point, what was going through your mind? What was it like to be able to get that?
I actually didn't know I was going to be getting my 2,000th point We were playing in the section championship game when I did get it, though. And in that game, all I was thinking was, we're not going to go home the losers today.
So did your coach come tell you after the game then?
Yeah, he did. And he, like, announced it in front of our whole student section. So it was pretty cool.
That's awesome. So we talked about AAU a little bit ago. Didn't quite happen this year, but why'd you choose them?
JBS. He's been my coach since the 4th grade. That's when I first started playing AAU, and he actually came and he had saw me playing with my dad at a park, and he told me to come try out. And ever since then, I've been with Sean.
That's awesome. And one more thing before I let you go, and talk about your family a little bit. Obviously, your sister is a famous YouTuber. What's it been like, and what's your guys' relationship?
Oh, my sister. She's like my best friend. She's been doing really good. I'm so proud of her and her YouTube. We've made a few videos together. They're pretty funny. But I'm super proud of her, and we have a really good relationship. We talk every day. She lives in LA, so she comes down, and I plan on going down there as well. But it's nice having her as a sister. She's a really good sister.
I know you have your own YouTube channel. You have a video with her as well, as you said. Take us to that video and the whole basketball thing.
So her and her girlfriend were they do their couples YouTube together, and we're like hanging out, and they're like, they wanted to play me 2v1 because they're talking a little smack. My sister used to play, but not really. So we decided to go to the park and make it a YouTube video, and then they had to hold the L.
So who was the first person in your family to start playing basketball then?
My dad. It's all of my siblings play. I have 7 siblings. We've all played at some point. Everyone just decided to do they chose different career paths. So, but my dad definitely started all of it. He got all of us playing. We love to play as a family, and it's just something that really bonds us.
When you guys go out there and play together, what's those games like? How do they kind of go down?
We usually play 21. My older sisters, I have 3 older sisters, they don't play anymore. So they'll usually watch with my mom. Sometimes, like on holidays or special occasions, they'll get in. But it's really just me, my 2 older brothers, and my younger brother playing 21 with my dad.
Who usually wins the games?
It goes around. Everyone gets their time in there.
Gotcha. And you're in California. What's it like playing basketball in a state that's loaded with talent, both men's, women, just being a basketball state? What's it like being part of that?
It's great. You can get some great runs in. Well, used to get some great runs in at the gyms or the parks. And just playing against each other, we just always got better.
That's awesome. And one of my last things before I let you go is talking about legacy. That's something I was wrapping up with. And by the time you are done playing basketball, you're done with all your career paths, what do you want your legacy to be for what you do both on the court as well as off of it?
Well, I'm not too worried about my legacy as a basketball player. I don't want to just be remembered as a basketball player. One of the reasons I do want to go into law is, as you can see, especially it's very relevant now, a lot of corruption in our justice system. And that's why I want to be a judge, so that I can be there to make a difference and make some change. So I'd rather be remembered more for the things I do off the court.
That's awesome. And my final thing then is, give me your 3 biggest goals that you have set for yourself for your Stanford career.
Win a national championship, and win a national championship. I'm very big on team wins. I'm not too worried about myself or my self accolades. Those just come with competing and grinding it out. So
you want to go for the 4-peat then?
Oh, definitely, for sure.
Absolutely. Well, I definitely appreciate you taking time to come on today, and I look forward to seeing what God's got next for you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Have a nice day.
You're always welcome on. God bless.